Can I be honest with you? I am bad news. I'm not your friend. I'm not gonna help you. I'm gonna break you. Any questions?
Working with Kathryn and Mark, I mean, their goal was not to make any judgments or not to take a political stance on the film. It was just to show a historic, like an accurate historical portrayal. So that means that we have to include intense scenes of interrogation, which include torture. Because if we decided, well, we don't want to show that part, then it's not an accurate film we're making. Even so much so, the raid at the very end, I think it's masterful filmmaking from Kathryn. I mean, it really is. I watch it and I points. I'm in the movie and I forget when I'm watching the raid that it's a movie. It's so incredible what she's done.
I want to make something absolutely clear. If you thought there was some working group coming to the rescue, well, I want you to know that you're wrong. This is it. There's nobody else hidden away on some other floor. There is just us. And we are failing.
She thinks she had a calling, you know? She's like a computer. She's very intelligent. She was recruited right out of school for this. I don't think she realized she was going to be in these kind of situations. I mean, even you see in the very first scene, she shows up in her best suit. She didn't ask to be stationed in Islamabad. She got put there, going into interrogation, and it's beyond anything she's ever experienced. That's her, like, plunging into the deep end at the very beginning. And throughout the film, we start to see her servitude to the job. She becomes a servant to this mission, so much so that she loses herself.
You really believe this story? Osama bin Laden?
Yeah.
What part convinced you?
Her confidence.
If you're right, the whole world's gonna win in on this.
Do you still remember where you were when they said they quote?
Yes, yeah. My best friend in Australia. I was back in Australia. Was and my best friend was a country doctor, and I was out in his country, and I was waiting outside for him, and it came on the radio, and I was just, there's that moment of turning it up, hang on.
During 9/11, I was in New York. I was a student at college when that happened. And then I came to New York last year for just a few days, and I remember I was at a restaurant with my friends, and the waiter came up to us. It was very late at night, and he said, his face was like white, and he said, "We just killed bin Laden." And I think that's a moment we all know where we were when we heard that news. It's such a incredible historical event that brings us together, I guess.
You know, it was interesting because when Saddam Hussein was caught and captured, I had a complete different feeling, as opposed to when bin Laden, mind you, after the greatest manhunt in history, I think one of the main feelings you felt was you wanted to sit down and go, okay, done. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
It wasn't really time to celebrate. There was too much water under the bridge.
Kathryn captures that, and Jessica, and Mark capture that. So my favorite bit of the movie is the last 2 minutes of where do we go from here.
You will never find him. He is one of the disappeared ones.